What's up and welcome to My Point of View. I am your fat and opinionated host, and I am not sure how many of you all are aware of this, but there is a new little law in Connecticut that mandates that all schools put tampon machines in the boys' bathrooms because men get periods too. And you never know when an accident may happen. Am I right? Wrong. Boys, men, we don't get periods. Therefore, we don't need a tampon machine in our bathrooms. In fact, anyone who actually has a period probably has no business being inside of an elementary school, a middle school, or a high school boys' bathroom. But we live in a sick and twisted world, and our society is ran by groomers, so that's where we're at right now in today's day and age. Now, of course, these tampon machines aren't going over well. I mean, think about how you were in elementary school, middle school, and high school. Think about how you were. And I'm directing this towards the fellas. You and your friends would trash that tampon machine. You would probably go to the bathroom, get tampons and pull pranks, stick them in people's ears, throw them at people. You know, who knows what would happen. But you damn sure wouldn't be using those tampons for your period because boys and men don't have periods. And until like 4 or 5 years ago, everyone seemed to understand that. But over the last few years, our world has gone crazy and people have thrown common logic out of the window. So now we're living in this crazy, sadistic world where people pretend as if men get pregnant and men have periods and yada yada. Now, of course, they're putting these tampon machines in bathrooms for trans kids. But I would argue that there is no such thing as a trans kid. But that argument would take too long for me to put in this video. But I just want you all to understand where I'm coming from. But let's see what's happening because there's outrage right now. Outrage. It turns out that this little mandate, this law, isn't going over well for the little boys in these bathrooms. They're destroying the tampon machines, much like we would have if we were kids. And people are acting as if it's a hate crime, as if there's some type of internal hatred towards, the alphabet community or something like that, when that's not the case at all. You got young boys and boys are going to be boys, and you're putting a freaking tampon machine in the middle of their bathroom. How do you expect this to go over? But before I even rant anymore, let's go ahead and hop into this article and find out what's going on here. New state mandated tampon dispenser in Connecticut high school boys' bathroom ripped down in 20 minutes. A state mandated tampon dispenser inside a boys' bathroom at a Connecticut high school was ripped down in 20 minutes after it was installed this month, according to the building's disgusted principal. The dispenser was placed in the Brookfield High School boys' bathroom at 9:30 a.m. last Wednesday. But by 9:52 a.m., it was torn from the wall, leaving tampons littering the floor. The school's principal, Mark Belanda, said in an email to students and staff. Hold on. Okay, for one, this principal who's so disgusted by this, we need to check his internet history. Okay? I'm not accusing this guy of anything. All I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised if this guy had a thing for little kids. A lot of those type of people, they like to insert themselves in schools. And right now, there's a lot of mentally ill, confused people who have infiltrated schools in order to basically pass off their mental illnesses to our youth. But he's acting so disgusted, and they're describing it like it's a crime scene. The dispenser was ripped off the wall in minutes. It laid on the floor, broken in pieces as tampons were scattered everywhere. why did you put a tampon machine in a high school boy's bathroom? If you're a freaking weirdo and you like sticking tampons up your butt and pretending to be a woman, do you on your own time, bro. Don't try to put your weird stuff onto other kids. But that's what this is. It's not really about acceptance and all of the things they claim this stuff is about. No. There's people with sick fetishes that get off on this stuff. And now they're acting as if this is the next 9/11. It's worse than 9/11. This is 15 9/11s. High school boys destroyed a tampon machine that was in a place where it had no business being. If the tampon machine was in the girls' bathroom where it belonged, you wouldn't have this problem. But no, it's in the boys' bathroom. And you want to know the craziest part about all of this? There's a lot of girls' bathrooms all around this state and all around the country that don't have tampon machines in them. Okay? So the actual girls are deprived of free tampons in their bathroom. Meanwhile, the boys' bathrooms are all getting equipped with fancy new tampon machines. But we're going to pretend that there isn't an agenda being pushed here, right? But let's go forward. The fixture was put in the bathroom as part of a new state law that mandates each school must provide free menstrual products in women's restrooms, all gender restrooms, and at least one single men's bathroom. I am aware that the law says men's bathroom, but the actions today that led to vandalism and destruction of property were the work of immature boys, not men, Belinda stated. Oh. So now the principal is insulting the manhood of his students. You're immature little boys. You're not men. Because you didn't want tampon machines in your bathroom. I would argue that every one of these little immature boys that tore this tampon machine down, I would argue that they're more of a man than this principal will ever be. Okay? They're 100% more of a man than this principal will ever be. He can rage out and cry about this tampon machine all he wants. I guarantee you the dude's got about 4 or 5 Tampax lost in his butt crack right now as we speak. But you know what? Let's go forward. He added, there have been other instances of vandalism in recent weeks in boys' bathrooms, including tearing down soap dispensers and stuffing objects down toilets. But I find this to be the most egregious case of all. The state mandate was put in place so trans and intersex students would have menstrual products available if needed. If you got kids who want to pretend that they're the opposite gender and they need menstrual products, then go to the woman's bathroom where you belong. Once again, there's no such thing as intersexual and all of this other stuff when it comes to little kids. Oh, we have to make sure we put a tampon machine in the elementary school's bathroom just in case our 6-year-old intersexuals need to stuff a tampon up their butt after they get done playing dodgeball. Our intersex students just got done playing hopscotch. Make sure you have their tampons ready. These people are sick in the fucking head, bro. They're sick in the head. And the people who go along with this stuff, they're just as sick as well. But let's go forward. Having open dialogue in the school community can help everyone understand the law. Ensure a school environment where everyone is respected and all students are supported. No, I'm sorry, but tampon machines in boys' bathrooms should not be respected. It should not be supported. It should be mocked. It should be ridiculed. It shouldn't be there in the first place, but if it's going to be there, this is how things probably should go. Because this is a natural reaction. And notice how he mentioned that, the boys messed up a soap dispenser. They stuffed things down the toilet. Yeah, because that's what boys do. There's a difference between boys and girls. There's a difference. And, that's not a controversial thing to say, or at least it wasn't a few years ago, but now, everyone wants to blur the lines between genders. Everyone wants to do all of this weird stuff to satisfy their sick and twisted fantasies. And they want to put whatever trauma and whatever nasty nonsense they got going on, they want to push it onto kids. I don't judge anyone for what they do in their personal life. As an adult, I don't judge anyone for their kinks or whatever they got going on. But leave kids alone. There's no reason that we live in a world where it's a state-mandated law that tampon machines must be in boys' bathrooms in schools. Out of everything that is going on in our world right now, our country's falling apart. We're about to go to war. We're at war. There's so much stuff going on. Families can't afford to eat. They can't afford to live. But let's make sure we crank out these laws so little boys have free tampons that they can play around with and throw at each other and stuff down the toilet in school. How many free tampons do you think are going to actually be used for the actual purposes that they're there for? Zero. Because boys don't have periods. And contrary to the belief systems of a lot of these weirdos, I don't think there's going to be many little girls out there pretending to be guys in the boys' bathroom wanting to be using tampons. This is all just some sick and twisted stuff that adults are coming up with. And I'm glad that younger generations can see through the nonsense. I'm glad that the dispenser was destroyed. But let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you would like to donate to the channel, because YouTube doesn't like people talking about stuff like this. You can donate to the channel via CashApp. I'll have my CashApp in the pinned comment. You can also send a super thanks, or for free, you can help by sharing the video, liking the video, and all of that good stuff. But with that being said, always remember to remain opinionated.